All right, welcome to the American Income Podcast. My name is Adam Ali, the host of American Income. Today we're in a different location. We're in New York, New Jersey area, and we have a very, very special guest. Introduce yourself and what do you do?
My name is James Jiang. I'm the CEO of Limitless Financial Solutions, where we do credit and financial consulting, brother.
And how long you been in this industry for?
Been doing it for about 6 years now.
And what's the most amount of money you made in a single year doing this?
No cap, because a lot of people like to cap on the internet. We're going to talk about, we just say 1.5 net, $1.5 million a year net.
Wow.
Yeah,
And how'd you get into this? Tell us your story.
So it's actually pretty interesting. So I was first like a fitness coach. I was working like multiple jobs. Then I became an online fitness coach. Did okay in that. And then actually a client of mine, he came to me with all these crazy investments, opportunities, Forex, stocks, all of those like get rich quick things.
Yeah.
And at the time I was young and dumb. So I was like, yeah, man, I want more. So basically, long story short, I got into business with him and he basically put me on the front lines to do all his marketing while he was sitting in the back collecting all the money. He ended up scamming everybody. He didn't pay his employees since employees stopped working. And basically, everybody who invested money, a lot of those people, they put their investment on credit cards. Their credit was tanked.
Wow.
So I came in and I was like, you know what? Even though this isn't my LLC, this technically isn't my responsibility, I could literally just walk away clean from this. From a legal perspective, I said, nah, man, I'm going to make it right. So I started fixing those people's credit. And the business kind of started on accident.
Okay.
From being scammed and being, in bed with a snake, so to say.
Now,
yeah.
So you've always been good at credit?
I mean, no, I can't say that. I've had good credit, if that's what you're asking. Yeah. I've always had good credit. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I was always at it I don't think I was ever lower than a 777.
Wow.
So, I had the authorized users and all that stuff. My mom set me up and everything. But I learned the game of credit through mentors.
Wow. Now, I want to go back to your personal life or when you were starting out. So you said you were a personal trainer, right? And how much were you making at the time?
So when I was working at LA Fitness, which is the corporate gym, dude, I was making $12 an hour.
Wow. And how many clients were you training on
not that
average?
many. Not that. So I did half of the personal training and then I did sales, selling the personal training.
Okay.
And I was making 5% commission, nothing.
And what was one of the biggest bottlenecks you realized when you were doing everything in person with training people and using each hour of your time?
Time. That's what it is. Because how many people can you train in a day, man? It's I could train. Even if I train 10 people in a day, dude, I'm beat afterwards.
Yeah.
If I train 20, I could train 20, but then I have to go to sleep, I have to eat, I have to wake up. So my time was capped.
Now, wouldn't you say logically, why don't you just start your own private personal training and then just charge more hourly?
So that's actually what I did. I actually started taking a lot of these clients that were locked into these contracts. And I was like, you know what? Come train with me. You don't have to get locked into a contract, to pay me this $40, $50. I would pocket the entire thing, the entire $40, $50. And then eventually from there, that got it was a ceiling, brother. It got capped. Yeah. So that's when I went online.
Wow. Now, really quick, for those who don't know, whenever someone trains at LA Fitness and they have to go to their program, what do you get? What's your cut?
So put it this way. LA Fitness will charge about, at the time, by the way, this was 2000, 16, 17? Okay. They would charge $50, $60 a session. And I was getting paid anywhere between $10 to $12 an hour. So do the math. They were literally.
So you could have 10 people train with you for a day, $600, but your hourly rate is capped at $10 to $12 an hour.
Yes.
That's a scam.
So if it's 10 people, I'm making a grand $100 a day for 10 hours of my time.
And LA
let's go. Putting my time, breath, and energy. Yeah. Wow. Insane.
That almost seems like a scam,
Almost.
Yeah. But now
corporate's a scam.
And I wanna ask you this. So do you feel like a lot of other people are stuck in a similar situation, and they just don't know what to do?
I feel like that's 99% of Americans, Adam. You know what I mean? And that's why there's that they call it the top 1% of the people who escaped the matrix. Not to sound like Andrew Tate, but the people who escape, and then the 99% that are just stuck in the rat race, and they just, I think part of it, what you said was they don't know what to do, but I think the other part of it is they just in here, they don't want it. They don't want to escape. Yeah, I think that's a problem.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this, right? I want to go back into your business where, what exactly does your business do? What is everything that your company does?
Yeah. So currently right now, we have 3 primary services that we offer, and we like to stick to those 3 core values. So the first thing is credit repair. credit restoration. And before, you guys look at this like, oh God, he's another credit guy. No, we actually do credit the legal way by leveraging the U.S. federal consumer laws that protect you from, negative accounts and the wrong information on your credit report. So that's number one. We help people remove late payments, collections, charge-offs, and increase their credit score. Once they increase their credit score, most people, whether it's somebody like you're a business owner, or just a regular person on the street, they need some sort of capital. They need money. Right? Whether it's they want to buy real estate, they want to run ads, they want to get inventory for the business. So we help them get their first 50 to 100K in 0% interest funding. So it's kind of like free money that they can use, and then cash flow pays it back, nothing out of their own pocket. Smart, right? And then last but not least, recently we launched a new offer where we help people, start actually their own credit and funding businesses. And I wanted to make sure that I could do it for myself efficiently first for year upon year upon year. I've been at this for 6 years. Everybody's asking me to teach them, so now we have a coaching program where we teach other people how to start and scale, just like I did.
Yeah. Now it's funny you say that, because I wanted to ask you this, right?
Sure.
If you're so good at what you do, why do you choose to help other people?
So what's funny, man? Like, and I want to be raw because I forgot who it was. I really like him. I follow him, but somebody on your podcast said it once. He's like,
Casper.
He's like, and I like him. Casper, if you're watching this, like, I like you. I'm not a hater, but he was like, yeah, why do you have to sell courses if you're making all this money? You're so good at it.
The edible Rangers guy.
Yeah. So shout out to you, man. So my whole thing is like this, right? What is money tied to? Money's tied to value, right? Like, the more money you can make is just really tied to like how much value you can give to the world. So I think it would be stupid to like hold myself back and limit the amount of money I can make if I'm solving a problem. So I could be really good at what I do, but what if like other people want to learn? Why like, look at college. My sister went to USC, 80 racks a year, 320 grand. What did they teach her? Nothing.
Yeah.
She learned more from being my sister than university. But everybody praises college.
Yeah.
So I think like, yeah, that's my opinion on it. Like, why not help more people and make more money while you're at it?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have a bad connotation to it, because there's people that are selling coaching but don't do what they say they do.
Scammers. Right? And that's exactly what I mean. It's like I know people, we texted about this, who, they teach other people how to start their own credit repair businesses. I'm like, bro, like, you're barely making 10K a month. You made 10K a month once, and now you're all of a sudden teaching other people how to start their credit businesses. So, I have receipts and to back everything up. So, I'm just trying to help as many people as I can.
Yeah, and what do you think makes you different from everyone else that has a coaching or credit repair offer?
Well, on both sides, like, number one, transparency. Like, a lot of people, and this is why the credit repair and just the credit space in general, Adam, is just so cringe, because you have these people promoting scams, like, hey, get a CPN, get an Age Corp, and then run it up, buy a Lambo truck, and then like, don't pay it back. And it's like, no, like, this is not what this is about, right? Like, they're promoting a fake lifestyle, wearing these, all this jewelry, standing in front of rentals, and they're lying to people, telling them that credit made them rich. What we do is we actually educate our clients. Like, we say, hey, like, ABC, this is how you fix your credit. This is how you rebuild your history. This is how you actually legally get negative accounts removed. This is how you legally get the funding. And then we're not just telling them to put their money into Shiba Inu coin. Yeah. I have two Shiba Inus. I love them, but it's like, oh yeah, put this into this pump and dump coin.
Yeah.
Put it into a recession-proof business. Use it to start a business that cash flows you consistently. You see how it's ethical.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, that's what makes us different.
What are some of the biggest scams you've seen in the credit repair industry, or so-called plays that people tell other people to do?
Okay, so one of my favorites is the whole Age Corp thing. So let me make myself clear. It's only a scam if you make this a scam, but most people do. So Age Corps, what people say is, hey, Adam, I can get you $250K in funding, even if you have a 500 personal credit score, even if you have no income proof. And you're thinking, oh my God, like, that would be awesome. How is that possible? What they do is they take a shelf company, and for those of you guys that don't know, a shelf company is an LLC that just gets opened and has zero activity, none. They find these companies, they sell them. So Adam, I'm gonna charge you 10 racks. Give me 10 racks for ABC LLC in Wyoming. Then they're gonna go under that LLC, right? So they're gonna charge you 10 racks. Then they're gonna use that LLC to then get you 200K, because maybe that LLC has been around for 15 years. Maybe in 2005, 2010, it has some sort of income or history to back it up. Meanwhile, you have nothing. You have a 500 credit score with nothing to show for it. The issue with that is, and I was scammed of this of 10K I paid the guy through Venmo in 2017, and the LLC that he had given to me, it had like backed taxes for like 4 years, and I almost became responsible for that. I had to get a lawyer and everything to get myself out of it. So that's number one, the whole H Corp thing. And then the second thing is just like, honestly, like a lot of credit card fraud. Like just people like saying like, hey, like get a CPN, which is basically like a private social security number. And you basically use that, again, run it up, buy a Lamb truck, buy a G-Wagon, buy a McLaren, and then don't pay it back. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't teach that shit. So that's the cringy part about the industry, man.
So
yeah,
with Shelf Corp, right? Someone could literally pay someone else to act like they've owned the company for 10 years and then get a credit card under that company. Now they have money to use.
Essentially. And not even credit cards, brother. Like, we're beyond credit cards. We're talking like big boy, like cash loans. We're talking like $250K wired to your account in like 48 to 72. And again, if there's a right and a wrong way to do it, but most people, they get these aged corps that have all these problems and these issues, and they acquire them illegally, and then the person who then gets the funding is responsible.
Wow. So you're against age corps and CPNs, correct?
For sure.
Wow.
Especially age corps, especially CPNs, but age corps if done incorrectly, which most people promote them as a scam.
And who do you think is responsible for all this? I guess scams are being promoted. What do you think is the main reason?
That's a good question. I mean,
because have you seen people use the money just for one thing? Is it the lifestyle?
Absolutely, bro. I see it all the time, especially back before COVID. Like some of the people that were originally like started in this whole credit shit, like, you know, again, like standing in front of the Lamb trucks, flashing the Cubans, you know, take one private jet ride, and they flex the lifestyle to make you think that like they're really doing something, but realistically they got their money from, you get what I'm saying, like from these CPN scams and these H Corp scams. It's insane, bro.
Yeah, something I always see on social media is someone they'll get a whole group of people, they'll fly a private jet, they'll buy an empty leg. They'll do all their content, and it's like, yo, why didn't you guys show the flight back? Like, what flight did you guys take back?
Why'd you show the flight back?
And then obviously they just take, you know, whatever. It's cool, but I think there should be more transparency in that, because you're selling people a lifestyle that you fly private all the time when you're flying once a year to fly private for the pictures, but you're deceiving other people that, hey, you can get this life if you get a CPN or a Shelf Corp.
And you literally took the words out of my mouth. You guys like this industry, bro. It's very, and I'm like, I'll say it with my chest out. It's a cringe industry, but that's why I'm in it. You know, for my company, Limitless Financial Solutions, because we want to change the game, man. Like we don't want to stand for this shit. No more.
Now I want to go to the credit repair side. How do you fix people's credit?
Yeah. So first thing is first. When it comes to credit repair, right? There's something called negative remarks that are on your credit report: delinquencies, derogatories. So this is late payments, collections, charge-offs. You go to a dealership. Okay, you apply for a loan, they hit you with what? Hard inquiries, right? Yep. So all of these things, incorrect addresses. Maybe you live in Miami now. Maybe you used to live in Colorado. Who knows, right? Like everything needs to be accurate. So when clients come to us and they have low credit scores or all these negative remarks, what we do is we have a back-end team of lawyers and experts who actually like study this stuff, right? And what they do is they send out dispute letters and they make phone calls to the credit bureaus and the credit reporting agencies and say, hey, like, this information is not accurate. This information does not reflect the 100% most accurate info, and it's not verifiable. If it's not verifiable on your credit report, it needs to get deleted. And once that stuff gets deleted, the score shoots up.
Wow. So do you actually have people that you use, or do you send this to like a ChatGPT or like an AI?
Hell no. We don't do any. So we actually have like humans with a heartbeat, like real humans, like a back-end team. ChatGPT, man, it's so new. Like I love AI. I'm not hating on AI, but this is legal. This is not, hey, write me a nice Instagram caption, you know, for my video. This is like you're dealing with people's social security numbers, their credit, so it's definitely real people.
Now, what are some of the big things you can get removed? Like, can you get an eviction removed or a repossession removed? How do you get those things removed?
Evictions, repos, child support. That's a big one. Bankruptcies, Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. The biggest one lately has been student loans. Wow. Student loans. So a lot of student loan servicers are being sued for, again, providing incorrect information. Like they just transfer the information amongst each other. Like Mohila, Nelnet. I don't know if you went to college, but like Mohila, Nelnet, they transfer this information. By the time it gets to answer your question, how does it get removed? By the time this information gets onto the credit bureau, it's not fully accurate. So here's what I mean. If you have an account on your credit report, Amex, okay? TransUnion says you owe your TransUnion says you owe $3,000. Experian says that your balance is $29.98, and then Equifax says that your balance is $25.65, right? TransUnion says that you paid on time every month. Experian says that you were 30 days late, and then Equifax says that it's somehow a collection, or the date open was all messed up. That's inaccurate. You understand? So if that information is inaccurate, that's against the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And if it's against the Fair Credit Reporting Act, stating that all information has to be accurate and verifiable, it has to get removed. It legally has to get removed. It's not an opinion, bro. It has to get removed off of your credit.
And what if in the case the information is accurate?
Well, so this is funny, right? Oh, cool. We verified your information, Adam. So therefore, this account is going to stay. The Amex account is going to stay on your credit report. This is where most people give up. Most people give this. You know what that's called from the credit bureaus? It's called a stall tactic. They'll be like, yo, your info is verified. Okay. How was it verified? What method of verification did you use? Who verified it in your department? What time did they verify? What is their position and role in the company? When you can't just say something is verified. They got to provide documentation. And 99% of the time they can't. You know why? They use something called an automated system. It's called eOscar. For all my credit people out there, you guys know what eOscar is. eOscar is like an automated system for when disputes get sent in, they automatically generate a three-digit code, and it'll just say, oh, verified, oh, accurate, oh, deemed verified. There's no manual underwriting. So Adam, that's against the law. You have to do a reasonable investigation, which means you have to actually go line by line. They don't do that.
Wow. Now,
boom, deleted.
How does someone get child support removed on the credit report specifically?
For
those who may be interested.
Guys, it's the same thing. Okay. At the end of the day, I just want you to remember these two things that for everybody watching: accuracy and verifiable. Mm-hmm. If it's not accurate and if it's not verifiable, then at the end of the day, it cannot be on your credit report. So here's the thing. Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, they're just reporting agencies, brother. So they get your information off the dark web, and then they just report it onto your credit report. Did they verify any of that was correct? No.
They never verified it.
They didn't verify it. So if they can't verify it, it doesn't belong on there. Child support, student loans, baby mama drama, anything can get deleted if it's not accurate or verifiable.
Now, why don't people just remove or delete these things themselves? Why do they have to go to use a guy like you?
They don't have to. That's the beauty part. They could try, right? They could try, but the problem is, okay, like if I were to ask somebody right now, send out a dispute letter, what do you think they would say?
They'd be like, how do I do it?
How do I do it? Okay, I'm going to go on Google. Well, how do you know that information is like good, right? It's accurate. How do you know that's not going to get you in legal trouble? So you can always do credit repair by yourself. You could go to YouTube University. I have free YouTube videos if you guys want to watch them. It's helpful. You guys go to ChatGPT, but it's always better to have a professional handle them because we have like not only the legal backing, but we understand A through Z how the dispute process works, what to send out, what to put in these letters in order to get these credit bureaus and debt collectors, etc., to budge. So you're just really saving time and you're saving the headache.
Now, saving time and saving headaches, so they can do it themselves, but it's going to be a lot longer, a lot more of a headache process.
And the success rate, very small. Very small.
Now, let me ask you this, right?
Sure.
How does someone get access to funding through you, or how does someone get access to funding? I want to talk about this.
Funding, multiple ways, man. So if you're just like a consumer, like a regular person, you don't have a business, there's personal funding. So personal funding, I mean, there's everything from personal loans, personal credit cards, 0%, travel credit cards, whatever your goals are. Like you tell me, James, hey, I'm American Income. I travel a lot. I'm Mr. Worldwide. I go from state to state to state. I want the best travel credit card. Okay, we have a consultation with you, and we say, let's figure out the best 3 to 5 best credit cards for Adam.
So what are the 3 to 5 best credit cards for someone that travels a lot and it does a lot of business?
So okay, so I'm gonna say number one, you can say the Amex Platinum. I feel like that's always going to be a staple, 5 times the points for every $1 spent through the travel portal. Number 2, I would say Chase Sapphire. Chase Sapphire Preferred is also really good. It's basically at the Amex Platinum's competitor. It's the Chase's Amex Platinum. And then last but not least, lately, I've really, really honestly liked the Built Rewards credit card. So if you pay rent, that's that credit card that charges you 0 fees for paying your rent on a credit card. And usually they have like one-to-one transfer partners within their travel portal. So those, like, in my opinion, would be the 3 like best travel credit cards for someone like you.
And what do you mean? You save fees on paying rent. What do you mean by that exactly?
So the bill. Okay, so if you pay rent, right? Most landlords, they want you to just wire them or pay cash, regular. But if you want to use a credit card, they charge you anywhere between 3 to 5%. And that's a lot. Like, bro, over the course of 12 months, if your rent is like, let's say you live in Miami, your rent is like 7, 8K a month, that 3% adds up. The Bilt credit card allows you to pay the rent on that credit card, and you get the points for it with no service fee, no transaction fee.
Wow.
Because they partner with these buildings and these, you know what I'm saying, like these specific landlords to be able to mitigate the fee. And soon you can pay your mortgage, by the way, too, using that credit card.
Wow. So Bilt credit card if you want to pay your rent and mortgage to save money on it.
Bilt credit card by Wells Fargo. Yes, sir.
They're going to give you a sponsorship after
this. Yeah, I hope so.
Now, what about the Chase Sapphire Reserve business? Didn't that just come out?
So on the personal, which one are you talking about? The Chase
the Sapphire Reserve business.
Yeah, so that one, so on the Chase business end, there's a lot of good credit cards. Again, like if you're talking about travel, the Chase Sapphire Reserve is really, really good for that because, again, it gives you the most points if you book travel through the Chase portal. But they also have other credit cards that are really good for just like unlimited cash back and unlimited like points back. Yeah, so Chase is a good bank.
And are those your personal favorites?
I would say, honestly, right now, no. I would say my favorite would probably have to be the Amex Gold because I'm a fat fuck and all I do is eat out.
Yeah,
that gives you 4 times. That gives you 4 times the points per $1 spent when you eat out.
Now, what if someone says, "Hey, I want to get these credit cards, but I don't believe with all these high fees that they have"?
So don't. That's what I tell them. So don't, because like when it comes to credit cards, right, brother, 50% of the game is up here. Like the way I look at it, you will never find a lick of cash on me. You could try to rob me, you ain't gonna find shit. I don't have cash on me.
Yeah.
The way I look at it is credit pays you, debit doesn't. But you have to be mentally stable to be responsible with credit cards. Don't go out buying the Louis, the Gucci, the tracksuits. Don't go to Dubai on trips that you can't afford, maxing out your Amex. Don't buy chains and Rolex watches. Only open up credit cards if you are mentally stable enough to use them. Only spend what you can afford to spend and invest what you can afford to invest. Wow. That's my advice.
Now I want to talk about the business side, right?
Yeah.
How do you get someone access to business cap or business funding on a credit card?
Easy. So
or more so, how does someone set up their business properly in order to qualify?
Good question. So when it comes to LLC formation, NAICS codes are extremely important. So a couple industries that you guys just want to avoid, trucking, restaurants, because restaurants have like the highest failure rate after like the second year in business. Like I think it's like 79 or 80% of restaurants like shut down. CBD, casinos, porn, like adult entertainment type stuff. If you register your LLC under any of those NAICS codes, instant red flag. Banks are instantly going to deny you. The best NAICS codes are ones like consulting, marketing agency, things like retail, wholesale trade. You can even do e-commerce. The reason is because banks look at you as a risk factor. Hey, can I trust this person with money? If I can, here you go. Here's the money. If I cannot, instantly denied. Wow. So you have to structure your LLC in a proper way. Get a business bank account. Build a relationship with the bank. Like pick a bank and just build a relationship with them. I do most of my stuff through Bank of America. Yeah. My Lambo auto loans, everything, because I give you business, they take care of me.
And how does someone build a relationship with the bank before they apply for that credit card?
So, easy. Go open up a checking account. That's it. Checking and savings account. The way I look at it is like the more you do with them, the better it is. So let's just say you want to build a relationship with Chase, right? Go ahead and open up a savings account. Put some money. Put like $500 in there. You don't have to put $1 million in there. Yeah. Put $500 in there. Then you open up a checking account with them. Make sure there's activity. Here's the main thing for you guys. When you open up an account to build relationships, make sure there's activity. Don't let it be a shelf bank account, right? So, send Zelle, send wires, maybe switch if you're a W-2, switch your paychecks to have the money coming into that account. If you're a business owner, have your clients, send you money to that account, cash out to that account. They want to see flow. Do that on 2 accounts for 60 to 90 days. They'll give you a credit card. They'll give you at a pretty decent limit. Now, as long as your credit's good.
Yeah. Now, as far as the business side, right? What are your favorite business credit cards for a business owner to use?
For business owners? Yeah. So my favorite, I'm gonna probably have to go back So I actually, this is going to shock people. I like the Capital One Spark Miles. Now, a lot of the haters out there are going to be like, why does he like that? Because Capital One is one of the very few banks, unfortunately, on the business side of things, it reports to your personal credit. So for those of you that don't know, when you have business credit cards, typically it doesn't report onto your personal credit report. So that means that if you have a 50K credit card, right, and you max it out on 50K, it's not supposed to like affect your personal credit.
Yeah.
Capital One does report, unfortunately, onto your personal credit. Outside of that, I don't care. I pay my bill in full every month. I like how fast they are with their miles. I love going to Dubai. So whenever, like, if I spend 10 racks, it's 2 times the miles on every $1 spent. 20,000 miles right there. Boom. And it hits my account the next day, transfer it out. My second one, Amex Business Gold. 4 times the points on your 2 most spent categories. So if I spend a bag every month on ads, I'm going to slap it on that card. If I spend a bag every month on, I don't know, forklifts, inventory, whatever, I'm going to slap it on that card.
Yeah. Now, what's the most expensive thing you got for free while using your points?
Ooh. Oh, easy. Multiple flights to Dubai. First class on Emirates.
Oh, and how much are these flights cost normally, and how much points do you have to use to get it for free?
So first class can be up to 15 to 20 racks cash. And then business class can be anywhere between like 5 to 8, one way, by the way, one way cash. So I've never paid for a single premium business or first class flight since I've gone to Dubai. My first trip, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I flew economy because I didn't have that much money and I just wanted to go. Ever since then, never paid for a flight.
Wow. And for a $20,000 flight to Dubai, Emirates first class, how many points do you have to use?
With nothing out of pocket, like completely miles, 276,000 miles. Emirates Skywards miles.
And is that worth it to you?
100% A shower, caviar, you get to lay down, you get extra, I mean, it's onboard lounge.
So there's multiple perks that people don't see outside of just, hey, they have a high credit card fee, but they don't understand why.
Yeah, because they don't understand the ROI.
Now, I want to ask you this. How do you help biz owners get access to funding and get these credit cards? Where do you come in? A biz owner comes to you.
Yeah.
They want to get credit cards for their business. How do you help?
So structure, right? Structure is everything. You can't just like walk into a bank and be like, hey, can I have like 100 racks? I want 2 Amexes and 3 Chase cards and 1 Bank of America. You can't do that, right? So because I've been in the game for so long, I know every single data point that the banks want to see in order to get maximum approvals. So you tell me, James, I need 100K. Right, I'm gonna be like, okay, where are you located? Oh, I'm located in Florida. There's also geographic like banks and stuff like that, depending on where you live. I'm gonna get all of your information, and I'm gonna be like, what is your business type? How much money do you need? I'm gonna go into my team of underwriters. I have a lot of connections at these banks, and I'm gonna hit the banks that are gonna give you the most amount of money at the most favorable interest rates, and I do all the work for you. And then after that, you basically go away with the funding.
And how much
hands
money,
free?
And how much money can you usually get someone on average?
Honestly, someone with a good credit score and like a completely clean profile. First round, easily like 50 to 80K conservative. I'll say 50 to 80K conservatively. I'm not gonna say 100 just for conservative, just to be conservative. And then they have like really, really strong credit profile. They have a lot of like previous auto loans, high limit credit cards already. I've gotten the first round up to 150.
Wow. Now, do you charge a fee for this?
I do.
What's that fee?
So typically the fee, we do something called like a success fee. It's 10% of what we get you. So if I get you 100K, you just pay me 10K. Wow. And if I get you basically nothing, then you pay me nothing.
Wow. Now, what do you think that you're already putting someone in debt? You help someone get a credit card for $100,000, and they already owe you $10,000. So now they only have a $90,000 credit card. Sure. They're in debt just from using your service.
Absolutely. So that's actually a really good question, right? The way that I look at it is this, right? Well, you're not really in debt, right? I mean, you're only in debt if you don't pay it off, right? So the way that I look at it is, well, it's kind of like saying I'm a wealth manager. Like, you wouldn't have had that 90K, whatever, if I didn't help you get it, because you wouldn't have known how to get it. So I basically solved a huge problem. Like, oh, my business needs, 90K in inventory. Otherwise, we're literally going to flip upside down. Well, what are you going to do? Oh, well, there's James Jiang. Have him help me. Yeah. It's like if a wealth manager, at freaking JP Morgan or Merrill Lynch grows your portfolio from 1.5 million to 2.5 million and you make $1 million. It's like, if it wasn't for that person, you wouldn't have made $1 million. Now,
let me ask you this. Why can't I just go to chase.com and apply for that credit card myself and just skip you?
You can. You can. You 100% can. The thing is, are you going to get favorable approval odds? Are you going to get the limits that you want? Are you going to get the interest rates that are going to keep the most money in your pocket if you do not fully understand what the banks are looking for and the data points?
I hope so.
Right? So, yeah, I hope so too, man, for you.
Okay. So Essentially, they don't have to use you, but they can. I mean,
yes.
they don't have to use you, and it's going to be a little bit harder for them to get the money that they want.
Yes.
If they use you, there is a fee.
Yes.
And it's not cheap, but there is a fee because your time is valuable.
Yes. Also, just the expertise and like what we're doing for them. Not just my time, but like, just the expertise and the amount of money we're actually going to get you approved for.
Now, when someone gets access to all this money, what is the best practice for them to do and use it for?
Oh, God. All right. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only before I get like sued, right? No, but what I'll say is cash flow.
Okay.
Put your money into something that's going to cash flow. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys to do real estate like most people will. I'm not going to say put it into stocks, crypto. That's up to you. Do whatever you want. For me personally, you give me 100 racks right now, I'm going to figure out how to turn that 100 racks in the next, 6 to 12 months. And I want to figure out how I can turn it to 500K or 750K or $1 million. And I want to make sure that that keeps paying me. I like cash flowing investments. So what I would say is put it into something that's going to pay you nonstop.
Now, what's been one of the dumbest things you see people do with the money that they get on a credit card?
Designer, jewelry, vacations that they genuinely can't afford. Like genuinely, like I have clients maxed out $4,000, $5,000 vacations, and then they're late. Then they go to collections, and I have to remove it for them. Partying, just the what do you call what's the word I'm looking for? Just the like the athleisures of not the what's the word I'm looking for? The luxuries, I guess you could say, like just like the instant gratification type of things that that you don't really need, but only that you want, and then they end up in debt, going down a rabbit hole.
Now, wouldn't you say that you're putting them in a bad position because some people have never had access to this amount of money? They get a credit card, they're like, well, I've never even seen $100,000, but I have a card that I can use $100,000 on.
Well, no, because remember what I said in the beginning? It's up here, right? So it's like I could give you cocaine. I can't force you to snort it. You could throw the cocaine out, or you could snort it. You get where I'm going with this? It's like absolutely. I'm not like forcing you to go out there and be done with your money. I'm giving you access. I'm giving you the leverage. So that really comes down to like the individual themselves. I strive to teach people like how to be smart with their money, but like ultimately that comes down to the consumer, brother.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's not your fault, but at your own risk.
At your own risk. Everything is at your own risk. I'm giving you the access. You do what you want with it. I'm not putting a gun to your head.
Yeah.
So you got to be responsible with it as a human.
Now, what are some of the investments that you've made that you've been able to preserve your wealth with?
I'm heavy into stocks. Okay. Well, first of all, personal development. Business coaches, mentors, collaborations, like meeting awesome people like you. Like I'm really big into investing into myself and into my personal brand because at the end of the day, that's all you have. After all that, like learning, high income skill sets, coaching, mentoring. I just like to play it safe, man, with stocks. Yeah. And I like Bitcoin. I like crypto.
Now when you say just stocks, like what stocks are you specifically heavily invested in, and what are the numbers?
So my wealth manager really handles all that. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I haven't looked at my portfolio in like a week, but we have like the Nvidias, we have like a lot of tech companies, AI companies, index funds are always safe. I like Bitcoin. I'm not an expert. I'm just saying I like it. It's made me a lot of money. So I like to just keep it simple. Liquid assets that I can tap my thumbs with and cash out. I don't like real estate. I don't like all this other stuff. Yeah. I like liquidity.
And what's been some of your best investments you made? Do you know the numbers? Like your best Nvidia, Bitcoin? What did you buy?
I mean, honestly, I'm up a lot. I'm up like 6 figures, like mid 6 figures on Nvidia. I don't know exactly how much. Like I said, my phone's over there, but I'm up pretty big on Nvidia, on Apple, like just dollar cost averaging every week. Yeah. BTC is probably like my largest holding in my portfolio, and I'm up a pretty big bag on that one from starting off all the way down here.
And well, how early did you buy Bitcoin?
Dude, not early enough, man. Yeah. I'm kicking myself for it. Yeah. Probably I started like when I first started making money, like 2019, 2020. Okay. I started investing like, what I'm saying? I was making 20, 30K a month, and I would literally fucking put like 5, 6K like a month into like Bitcoin.
Now, how important do you think it is for people just to invest as much money as they can each month into stocks, crypto, Bitcoin? Because a lot of people don't invest their money. Why? True. How has it helped and served you? Or even on rainy days, has it came and helped you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, thankfully, I haven't had to touch it yet. And knock on wood, I hope I don't ever have to touch that money. You know what I mean? But I think that it's a game changer. Because, like, even if you just invest, like, $100 a month, like, and you get, like, a 10% return, like, it's going to compound over the years. It's not about, I want everybody to know, like, it's not about how much you invest. It's about, it's about time in the game. It's not about timing the market. It's about time in the market. The more time you spend in the market, historically, look at the charts, historically, every year, despite the dips, it's going to go up, 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 and up. So my thing is just Just keep investing. Anything that you have left over, don't put it in your fucking savings account. Invest it.
Now,
it's going to grow.
There are a lot of people, they'll invest in it and they'll sell it a week later because they made a little bit of money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like my mom, dude. Like when she first got into like crypto, I was like, buy Bitcoin. It was like 60K. Like this was like when it first peaked at 60K. Yeah. And then like, dude, it went to like 42K like shortly after that, and she sold it all. And I was like, I know you're kicking yourself at all-time highs when it went to 130. Emotions, brother. Yeah. Just like with credit cards. Set it and forget it. You cannot be emotional when it comes to investing. You have to just put all your emotions aside, invest money you can afford to lose, and just let it ride.
What's been the most amount of money you ever seen your portfolio down in a day?
Down to the just like my investments?
Yeah, like you open your phone and you're like, oh wow, I'm down, this much,
dude. I think like just investments, like no cash, like 3.2. I think something like 3.3, 3.2, something like that. Wow. Just investments, yeah.
In a day.
In a day, yeah. It was a great feeling. And then, ups and downs.
Yeah, and how does someone fathom that being down 3.2 million in a single day? You're just like,
I mean, I don't need it. I'm smart with my money, and I have other streams of it. I have cash flow. I don't need that. Like, dude, that money I don't want to look at. Get it away from me. I don't want to look. I'm not spending it on a Lambo. Yeah. I don't want to look at it. So I don't need it.
Yeah. What are some of the other businesses you invested in to start it up with using your money?
So other businesses, honestly, I haven't. Stocks, crypto, and honestly, I'm at a stage right now. I'm only at 1.5 million a year, man. Like I really want to like grow my business like 8 figures and beyond. Like I'm focused on just that. Nothing else.
Now, where would you say you've learned these good investing habits? Because a lot of people aren't born with these good habits. Yeah. Who around you has taught you this?
One of my best friends, who's also my wealth manager, like he's super conservative. Like, dude, it's funny if you're watching this, man. Like, all he needs is a vape and a laptop. Like, he doesn't like all this fancy shit, like nothing. Yeah. And he's like always been, since I first started making money, invest. Like, bro, you don't need that. Like, chill. You don't need that. Okay, now you can afford a Lambo. Okay, now you can afford to, buy this property in Dubai, whatever. Like, he's really just kept, like, my head strong in it. And also, man, I'm Chinese, bro. Like, my parents growing up, man, I'm just keeping it around. I'm Chinese, bro. Like, my mom, I love you if you're watching this. I do this for you, mom. But, like, my mom was always like, why are you spending $10 on that Taylor ham and egg and cheese bagel? I could have made that for you at home. To this day, she still does. I'm making millions. She's like, why'd you do that? I could have made that for you at home. So I guess that Chinese mindset just drills you into like being good with your money.
And it's crazy because I've seen like, especially New York area, there's a lot of wealthy or just, I've seen Chinese people in general. They seem to all be conservative, very smart with their money. So conservative. Then the one place you see, you go to like a Wynn casino in Las Vegas, and you want to see who has the most money is always the Chinese. And I'm like, and it'd be like an old lady, like 60, 70 years old with like 100 racks on the table playing baccarat. And I'm like, oh shit.
She's been saving that since she was 20.
And I'm like, that's more than what I have in my bank account, man. Like, I need to not be here right now. Yeah. But it goes, I think certain cultures have certain spending habits and certain beliefs that they believe in. Yeah. I think nowadays, though, with social media, there's a lot of instant gratification. So that's why people are liquidating credit cards to go, look fancy online. But I think there needs to be more people like you spreading a positive message about how to invest their money.
I just sold 2 of my Lambos, man. And I will say it for your 800,000 follower audience. Like, and we were just vlogging about this. Like, most people will hide this shit. They'll only show the upgrade. Like, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I sold my Lambos because, like, A, I'm moving to Dubai. But B, like, I don't care for them anymore. Like, I don't care to look flashy and to be that guy on the internet. I want to be that guy in real life, with or without my cars. So it's just like, I'm almost 30 now. I'm an old head. I know you're much younger than I am, but like, I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, I don't care anymore, man. I just want to stack. Like, I don't care for that shit anymore. Yeah. I've had it all.
No, why do you want to stack so much? What are you trying to save for? Or just...
It's not even saving. Like, I just want to grow my portfolio, man. Like, I just have, like... You ever hear those people saying that they're like... And by the way, I'm not saying I'm the super wealthy guy. I'm nowhere... I'm only at 1.5 million a year. I'm nowhere near you sharks out there. So I'm humbly just saying this, right? Like, I just want to build cool shit. Like, I just want to be able to, like... build a legacy, build an empire, be like, okay, cool. Like, I took Limitless to 8 figures. Oh, now my portfolio is at $15-20 million, and I can buy whatever the fuck I want, but I don't need it. Yeah. Like, I want to train myself to get to that point, and I had a phase when I first started making money, APs, 3 Rolexes in like 2 months, a Lambo, this and that, and I'm just like, I'm over that now.
Yeah. Now, how is being in Dubai change your perspective on money and lifestyle?
I'm broke. I'm broke, man. I mean, you ever been there, by the way?
No, I haven't. This is gonna be your first time. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm broke. I mean, like, dude, you go out there and it's just like the level of wealth, Adam, that's out there. Like, you think you're killing it here. Oh, you have a Lambo, McLaren, whatever. I drive a G-Wagon. Like, you go out there. Those are taxis. Those are You could walk into a coffee shop. And the thing is, they're very, like, bro, they'll be dressed like you and I. Jeans, Zara shoes, whatever, some Nikes. And they'll be worth like 50 million. Everywhere you go, it's just there's such an abundance of wealth. And here's the main thing. Everybody lifts each other up. I feel like, no offense, but like here, everyone's so fucking negative. Especially in New York. Like, hi, have a nice day. Fuck you. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? But over there, everyone's just like, how can we get rich together? And I love that.
Yeah.
Abundance.
Now, why do you think people in the U.S. or specifically in New York have that mindset?
Man, I was born in New York, so I don't want to sound like a hater, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like most people in the tri-state, they're just miserable. Is it the weather? I don't know. It's pretty cold outside. Is it the weather? Is it the way of living? I don't know. Is it because you don't have, like, you're not financially stable? I don't know, but I just think it's just America as a whole and just, like, the energy, especially, I mean, like, bro, like, we got people being assassinated. We got people trying to shoot our president, not to get all political and shit like that, versus over there, it's like they respect their leader. They respect their ruler. I just feel like the country is slowly going to shit, and like the people that are the people that are like continuously coming into the country are not really helping. Yeah. Including the existing, like citizens. Now, not trying to sound like a hater.
Yeah. Now you didn't mention you are moving to Dubai. Correct?
I am moving to Dubai, like actually moving there.
And what was the reason of making that decision?
Oh, everything I just said. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'll give you the 3.
Is it for taxes?
No. So You want to know something funny? Nobody in your channel has probably said this before. Let me just make myself clear. You do not get away with 0% tax in Dubai if you are still a citizen of your home country. I'm just going to say it straight to the camera. It's such a misconception. If I'm still a citizen in the U.S., unless I surrender my citizenship, which I am not, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. You still have to pay tax in the U.S. So it's just like not true. Mainly, number one, I have to say it's safety. It's safety. I mean, you know what goes down in America, the crime, stabbings. Over there, bro, you're good. Your wife could literally walk outside at 3 a.m. with a mini skirt on, tight, titties out and everything. Nothing's going to happen to her. Cameras everywhere, safe country. Now, so that's why I want to raise my kids. I want my kids to be safe, right? Number 2, lifestyle. Lifestyle. The food, the service that you get, the hospitality that you get. You live like a true king out there. Like you feel like my hard work, I can actually enjoy the fruits of my labor. And ultimately, number 3, man, like overall, just the economic growth. Dubai is the future. They have like flying taxis now and stuff like that. It's just like, I want to live in the future. I don't want to live in a place where everyone's dwelling on the past. Yeah. Those would be like my primary.
Yeah. Now, how are you going to be able to move there without giving up your residency in the U.S.?
It's easy. Dubai just accepts your, you could get your visa and you could become a resident in Dubai. Like you could have what do they call, like multiple visas, multiple residencies. It has nothing to do with the U.S. Yeah. I'm not giving up my citizenship here, so I can come back in here whenever I want. Yeah.
So would you recommend anyone in that wants to move out the U.S. to move to Dubai?
Oh, damn, that's a good question. I mean, here's how I put it. If you want nice weather all year round, I mean, the summers are pretty brutal, but if you want nice weather all year round, if you want to be around like-minded people, if you're an entrepreneur, right, you want to grow and you want to be around people that are in good spirits that lift you up, and ultimately, if you want a safe place for yourself, your kids, and your family, 100%. If, you're somebody that's a loudmouth, you want to start fist fights in the middle of the street, you want to curse somebody out from the crosswalk for no reason, you want to, do the Fenty fall, you know what I'm saying, like the New Yorkers do in the middle of the street, no, you're gonna go to jail. It's not for everybody, but it is for me.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Now I want to go back to thank you for telling me about Dubai, and it definitely sounds interesting. So
I wish you were there, bro.
Might have to move there, honestly, man.
Let's do it, bro. I'll show you around.
I've seen a lot, and I've heard a lot of people just say the same things over and over and over, and it's like, I'm so used to here, New York, LA, Miami, and it's like, it gets old, repetitive. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? And I think traveling always opens up the curiosity in humans that get to see, wow, I didn't know that's what life was like over there.
Facts.
And what was your first time going to Dubai?
When was it?
Yeah.
2020. Like, we were still wearing masks, dude. Like, I think Miami and Dubai were the only 2 places where, like, they were, like, lenient on, like, masks, but not New Jersey or New York. So 2020 was the first time I ever went over there. Wow. And I extended my trip 3 times.
Yeah. Now, do you use business funding to take those trips?
Business funding? No, at that time I was using my business cash flow, which is stupid. Well, for me, stupid. Yeah. I will never do that again. I will never use my hard-earned money for luxuries like that ever again. Ever.
Now, I want to get back to the business and funding side of things, right?
Yeah.
So obviously you said you help people get access to funding.
Yeah.
You charge your 10% service fee.
Yes.
What else do you do after they get the funding? Do you say, okay, bye, good luck with your life, or do you actually advise people how to manage their money to help them with their business?
So I'm definitely not a money or like a wealth manager. And I'm not qualified to, like, I'll give like here and there, like I'll give some tips. Yeah. I'll be like, hey Adam, stop spending money on stupid shit, you know. But like I'm not gonna sit down and like, I'm not certified, but like, it's really up to the client, man. Like, what is it that you want? Like, if you want, you know, I can. You know, we can kind of set up a plan, and I can like coach you on kind of like if you want to start up a business. So I have my Credit to Cash Flow Academy, which is my new offer where we help other people start up their own credit and funding businesses so that they can, you know, not get overnight success like me, so they can work hard and one day achieve possibly this level of success. But other than that, I don't really like do money management. Now, I don't want to touch that.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this, right? You help other people start a credit and funding business.
Yes.
You're essentially creating your own competition. What did you say?
In a sense. You know what? You're like the fifth person that said that to me. And I love that because it's like, the way I look at it is like, competition happens at the bottom. Collaboration happens at the top. That's just the way I look at things, bro. Like, okay, so what if I toss a couple clients your way and you eat, but like you're my student, right?
Yeah.
If you win, aren't I technically winning? So who am I to be insecure and fucking selfish? Like, oh my God, you might take my fucking... Here, take these leads.
Yeah. Now,
eat.
Why should someone look into starting their own credit and funding business? What are the possibilities of it?
Easy. It's recession-proof, okay? It's pandemic-proof. It's whoever's the presidential election-proof. And here's what I mean by that. There's a lot of businesses out there where it depends on the economy. It depends on the news. It depends on what Elon Musk tweets, blah, 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 blah. When it comes to a credit repair business and a funding business, guess what? Everybody's always going to need credit. Everybody's always going to need funding, no matter what the economy is. So it's a problem that never goes away. And if you have a problem that never goes away, you can charge a lot of money to fix it, and the money's never going to stop coming in. That's it, just like that. It's indestructible. So it's digital. It's online, so you don't have to have a brick and mortar business. It's online.
You truly think it's the best business model someone should start right now?
I'm not going to say it's the best. I'm going to say that if you want something that's basically, you could work from anywhere in the world, and no bullshit in the news can stop it. I would personally start a credit repair business and a credit and funding business.
So if someone knows nothing about credit and funding business, how do they even start it? They know nothing. Where are they gonna get the clients? They know zero.
This is gonna sound so guru. You learn from somebody who knows.
Okay,
that's how I did it.
Yeah.
That's it. You learn from somebody who knows. It doesn't have to be me. Fuck me. It doesn't have to be me, but learn from somebody that knows.
Yeah.
Hire a mentor. Pay for education. Yeah. Otherwise, how are you going to figure it out?
Yeah, and you said you've paid for mentors before, correct?
A lot.
And
many.
Well, can you name a few of those and how much have you paid?
Yeah, so I paid Sean Sharma, Ruben De Leon, Vince Del Monte. I had a credit mentor in the past. His name was Jonathan Montoya. Probably collaboratively, and a few courses and stuff here and there, over $250K I've spent on like coaching and mentors and like my whole entrepreneurship journey.
Yeah.
Best investment, hands down. Best investment.
So you don't think any of that information you could just learn on YouTube?
Could I have? Yes. How fast would I have been able to do it? How fast would I have been able to implement? Who was going to hold me accountable? More importantly, when I reach a roadblock, who am I ask? I'm going to go to the next YouTube video and the next, because YouTube videos are kind of surface level.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So use your mentors, they better help you. So someone should start a credit funding business. There's not much barrier to entry. They can do it from anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
They can learn from someone like you. And what about the income possibilities? Obviously, you make $1.4 million a year. What can they realistically make within a year?
Well, here's how I say, right? In the beginning, like, it's not hard to hit your first 10K a month. Like, I feel like 10K at 5 figures, right? 10K a month is not that hard, right? If you charge, let's just say you charge like $1,500, like $1,000 to, let's just say $1,000 to $2,000 a client, like 5 clients, and you're at like 10K a month. And like if you position yourself the right way and you're actually solving a really, really big like problem, and these people have 500 credit scores, people will gladly hand you $2,000 or more, right? So I think that within the first year, if you truly put in the work, you don't get lazy, you can easily make 150, 200 grand a year.
Yeah. And what's been some of your best student success stories in your program, if you can name a few?
So full transparency with the audience, that offer hasn't launched yet. I'm not going to sit here and make it up and lie to people. I'll be fully transparent. That offer hasn't launched yet. I'm building it out right now to make it the best that I possibly can. But I have plenty of credit repair
coming
funding.
soon if you do
coming soon, yes. Yes, not going to lie about my results here. That's not what I am. Yeah.
Now, right now, 2026, right, what are some of the best ways someone can get approved for these credit cards, right? I hear a lot of people online talk about these hacks. You lie on the application, you tweak this. Like, are there certain things that you know personally that you like to do?
Yes. Number one, I mean, the higher your credit score, of course, the higher the chances. More importantly, number two, how's your credit profile built out? Okay. If you could have a 750 credit score, but if you only have one credit card on your credit portfolio and the limit is $2,000 and you don't have anything else, you don't have any mortgages, auto loans, rent, the bank's going to look at your profile and they're going to say that you have a thin profile. And if they see that you have a thin profile, they're not going to approve you. So aside from having a good credit score, build your credit. Add trade lines. Add credit builders.
And what is a trade line? What are some trade lines and credit builders that people can use?
Easy.
And explain those.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you guys like three, right? Like Kovo, 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 Ava, AVA. Another one is Credit Strong. Literally the word Credit Strong. Credit builders are good because basically what they do is they report like an installment loan. So you pay them like 10, 15 bucks a month and they report all of those on-time payments onto your credit report showing that, hey man, now you got history, right? When it comes to trade lines, authorized user trade lines, the higher the credit limit, the better. So I always recommend minimum of 10K credit limits and above, and 4 years and above of age.
Yeah. Now, what is a trade line for those who know? Because some people don't know what a trade line is.
So if you guys have ever heard of like authorized users, so like, hey, when you're a kid, like, hey, mom has good credit. Mom, can you add me onto your account as an authorized user? So basically, you get other people that have good credit, high limit credit cards, good payment history, and it's a piggyback system.
Yeah.
They add you, right, onto their account, and their positive history copies and pastes over. And that gives you that credibility that the banks are looking for.
So you can pay for someone to add you on their account.
You could, or you could just, you could also go to a family member. And, obviously the game has tightened up. It depends on what credit card it is and things of that nature, how long it's been open. But you could also do it for free. Yeah. But yeah, you could also pay for it.
So get some trade lines, go to all those three credit builders, and then I'll have a big credit score tomorrow.
No. Okay. Make sure your credit score is clean. Like meaning no negatives, no late payments, no collections, no derogatories, all that. That's the number one thing. Clean your credit. Clean your credit, then rebuild it. Do that for about 30 to 45 days. It's not overnight. 30 to 45 days. And then after that, go to the bank and apply or hire somebody to apply for you.
Yeah. Now, James, what if someone gets a big credit card, a $50,000 credit card, they spend it all, and they say, hey, listen, can you delete this on my credit report? Can you do it?
I could. Yes. It depends on the circumstances, right? Like, I don't advise people to do that.
Hey, James, I put $50,000 on the Super Bowl. I took it off my credit card, and I lost the money. Can you get this deleted off my credit report?
If it is a collections, if it is a charge off, or if you get you become late on it, I can 100% get it off your credit report.
Oh, so don't. I hope people watch this.
This is not. It's not financial advice. Like don't watch this and start saying, well, Adam said, American Income said that. It's not financial advice.
So don't take money off your credit card and sports bet and put it on a game. That's the dumbest thing you could probably do.
That's certainly not what my wealth manager would say. Is that what you did, by the way? I hope not. Okay. I was gonna say, Adam, please don't, man. Please don't.
But I know. I mean, there's basically like an epidemic now. Everyone's saying that a lot of people are getting addicted and using their credit card to indulge in these activities.
Yeah.
Now, James, what are the biggest lies you see people talk about when building wealth?
I'm sorry, one more time?
What's the biggest lie you see people talk about when building wealth?
Ooh, saving money? Like, saving money never made anyone wealthy. I'm going to make that very, very clear. Dave Ramsey, I like you as a person. I fucking hate your financial advice, and I think it's stupid for anybody who's looking to really become the top 1%. I'm just going to say it right now. Saving is only going to get you to zero. You can only save your way to zero. And I think that people, especially like people like in our parents' eras, like they're super fond and I'm just going to keep putting money away, and that's how I'm going to become a millionaire. Who became a millionaire by saving? Tell me one person. I don't know anyone. So I think that's one of the biggest lies.
Yeah.
You have to be responsible. You don't penny pinch to become a millionaire.
Now, do you feel like social media has made people bad with their money?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. We live in flex culture, bro. We live in flex culture, like supercars, chains, fake private jet backgrounds. Like it's all a facade. And then people feel like they have to keep up with that. So absolutely.
Now, what's your best advice you want to give to someone that feels a certain type of pressure from the things you see on social media?
It's never what it seems. Straight the fuck up. I've met a lot of high-level people, a lot of people that have a lot like that on social media. They portray themselves to have all of this money, and it truly is never what they make it out to be on social media. It's all a facade. So ignore the noise. Literally just lock in and focus on you. Delete social media. Just delete it. Just fucking delete Instagram. Delete all that shit for like a month. Lock in, and you'll see yourself transform into a new person.
Now, James, what if their business went bankrupt, they lost everything? How fast could they get more money or funded?
If your credit profile is structured the right way, you can get refunded in 48 hours. Honestly. It really all depends on, like, if you're saying if you lost all of your liquidity,
like
if you
literally
lost all your money, you lost everything.
And all the credit cards are maxed out.
And all the credit cards, well then, honestly, let me change my answer. If all your credit cards are maxed out, you're gonna have to work your way up. I would say anywhere between, depending on how fast you can kind of get that down, maybe like 60 to 120 days. But if you didn't have any maxed out credit cards, I'm just saying like you lost every single penny in your bank account.
Yeah.
If you had a good credit score, you get it back in 48 hours.
Yeah. And then a few more things I want to ask. For someone that just generally doesn't know how to check the credit report, what website or app do they use? Everyone talks about Credit Karma. Is that? Do you recommend that?
Dude, hell no. They get sued every single year for providing incorrect information and false pre-approvals. Credit Karma is the worst platform that you can use because it's extremely inaccurate, and it always provides people with false pre-approvals. So what they do is they get you to apply for credit cards because they're an affiliate, and then when you get denied, that's a hard inquiry on your credit report. You're screwed. They win. So I recommend a platform called My Score IQ. All my clients use it. It comes with $1 million in identity theft protection as well. Honestly, it's been trusted by thousands of my clients. So My Score IQ is the only platform.
Okay, and the last question, where can everyone find you if they want to reach out to you and get their credit fix?
Very easy. So you guys can either hit me up directly on Instagram, message me, and you'll actually be talking to me. It's James_Jiang, JIANG__. Or you can go ahead and just simply drop a comment under one of my YouTube videos, and I respond to all of those comments myself as well. And if you want to get in direct contact, just visit www.lfscredit.com, fill out an application, and someone from my team will be in touch.
Oh, and then you have free content on YouTube as well, right?
Yes, free content on YouTube. So my channel is just literally my first and my last name. It's just James Jiang. Hours and hours of credit education for free if you guys don't want to hire me and you guys just want to go and check that out.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.